Aloha, Stephanie here answering some reader questions about feng shui, the law of attraction, and clutter clearing. Roberta has written, will I ever find true love? Well, I am not a psychic or clairvoyant. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you for sure if you will ever find true love, but I can tell you for sure that it's possible for you to find true love, and that the answer to this question is really up to you. Now, I'm going to give you some advice that you have probably heard before from other sources, and you may not really want to hear it again, but here goes. You have to love yourself first as you are right now in your single state. You cannot wait for true love to perfect you, because that does not happen. That's not how things work, all right? True love isn't about finding someone out there who will make you feel whole and perfect and complete. True love is about you feeling whole and perfect and complete in yourself, and then sharing and radiating that wonderful feeling of love with whomever you are sharing your life with. Now, I know you've heard this before, but you have to take your attention off of not liking being alone. You have to take your attention off of how disappointed you are in all these relationships that haven't worked. You have to take your attention off of how much you want to find someone wonderful to be in love with. Now, something many of you may not know about me is that I was single for a long time. I was 40 or maybe even 41 when I met my husband, and we didn't marry until I was 46. So throughout my 20s and 30s, I had some very nice relationships that went south. I had some very nice relationships that lasted longer than my friends' marriages, and that then failed and fell apart. It was one disappointment after another, and I had the same questions you do. When am I ever going to find this guy, this relationship, this partnership that I am looking for? Here's what happened. I got my mind off it. I had been told over and over again, you got to love yourself first. You've got to enjoy your single life. You got to stop thinking about wanting to fall in love. I had heard all that advice, and in my brain, I knew it was right, and my heart just couldn't seem to get off this topic of when am I going to find somebody to really fall in love with. So what happened was I was living in New York at the time, and I started thinking that, you know what, it's time for me to leave the city. So I made a decision. I'm going to leave New York by next summer, no matter what. I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start thinking about it, and I'm going to start planning for it. I started making plans before I even knew that I was going to move out here to Hawaii. And what happened was I got so excited at the prospect of moving that I started thinking about that much more than I ever thought about how I wanted to find someone to fall in love with. I woke up every day wondering where I was going to go, thinking about the possibilities, getting really excited about this impending move. And that became the distraction that got my thoughts away from, why am I not in a relationship? Why is everyone else around me seemingly happily paired up? Why can't I find the guy who I know is out there somewhere? And as soon as that happened, literally within 3 weeks, coincidentally, magically, synchronistically, whatever you want to call it, I connected with the man I am now married to. He wasn't even living in New York at the time. But as soon as I stopped thinking about how unhappy I was being single, at how disappointed I was that all these other relationships hadn't worked out, at how much I wanted to find someone, and I started thinking with joy and excitement and curiosity and openness about something else, the romance came into my life. And I know you've heard stories like this from other people, because it really is how things work. So do the feng shui of your bedroom. Get ready to welcome someone into your life, and then do as much as you possibly can every single day to enjoy the life you have now, to have fun, to get out there, to do the things you love to do, and not wait one more second for someone else to come along so you can do things together. Love will come to you, but you've got to get out of wanting, 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 wanting. When you are filled up with wanting, there is no room for miracles to come in and to deliver to you that which you're looking for. I know you've heard this advice before, but I hope hearing it one more time from me with a personal story will inspire you to really believe that's how things work and go out there and have fun right now and stop worrying about when you're going to find someone and you'll meet him or her. I promise.